What happens in a worst case scenario where you've got all this food that you've stored and there's a lot of hungry people around? You know, you get your gun and start mowing them down. I think two things. The person who stores food should plan on feeding extra people. It's kind of a civic responsibility thing. That, you know, I plan on feeding extra people if it comes to that. And but also, I think you want to take precautions so that maybe you've left the house and somebody knows you've got all the food there and they pull up with their pickup and they steal it all. So use some common sense and don't store it all in one, you know, pantry. Use some creativity in finding places that you know, if somebody can't go directly to and say, ah, there it is, let's get it all. They may come and steal a bunch of it, but you don't want them to steal all of it. And one thing I did was put together a few of these things. These are big sections of PVC pipe, and these can be buried. It doesn't smell too good. It smells like, you know, like the pipe cement, but it's fairly recently made. And
now, where did you get that?
you can buy this at a plumbing supply place and then glue it together. I painted it just to make it look not quite so homemade. But you don't have to paint it, certainly. Now, you can thread this shut and really tighten it up, but the water will still get in there. So a technique that I've developed is to use, you can go to Home Depot or a hardware store or someplace. Let's mention Lowe's too, I don't want to be partisan. And get a wax toilet ring. Toilet ring wax is just the right consistency for smearing on. You can use a table knife or a tongue depressor or a putty knife or whatever. Just really load up the threads on both the male and the female threads here. And then when you screw it together, it makes a nice seal that water can't get into, at least not for a long time. People do have to replace toilet wax rings on their toilets, every umpteen years, but they're good for a few years at least. So that's something that somebody who's serious about wanting to make sure that they didn't have all of their stuff stolen could do.
Could you do the silicone?
You could do silicone as well, but if you do silicone, then you have to be, you wouldn't want to fill the threads up with silicone.
No, I just do around the top once you get it all.
You could clean it off and then do silicone around the top. What else was again? Okay, let's say you've got this thing loaded up with silicone. It's loaded up with toilet ring wax. It's going to be very hard to turn. Matter of fact, you can't even turn it in all the way, let alone turn it out. So, why is this system here? You stand on here, then you can turn it. You get more of a purchase on it. Anyway, I figure most people won't do that, but it's an option. And a tube like that would hold enough food for a lot of different kinds of food. I mean, you could put canned tuna fish in there and whatever else. Things that are compact, don't have a whole lot of moisture in them. That would hold a month's worth of food for one person.
How much much grain did you say it took to fill those buckets? Did you say it was 100 pounds for 3.2 or?
Probably 3.1.
Was that 100 or was that 50?
There were two 50
Oh,
pound
two
sets.
50 pounds, okay.
Yep.